Attaching the fly line to the backing, the nail knot tied with the tube. For this exercise, we're going to assume that the white cord here is our fly fishing line. Our orange cord is going to be our backing, which is already attached to our reel. So the easiest knot, or one of the 3 knots that we're going to show in the videos to attach the fly line to the backing, is the nail knot tied with the tube. A tube can be purchased, Brown's nail knot tube, a little brass tube, or you can do like I do and just take a Bic pen and take the insides of a Bic pen out, wash out the ink, clip it off, and now you can just leave this in your fly vest. There's other knots like attaching your leader to the fly line that this tube can be used for. But for this purpose, we're going to take our fly line, our backing, and our tube, and we're just going to lay all 3 next to each other. I like to leave the fly line just a little bit long of the tube and the backing quite long, because what we need to do is do several wraps. I like to start out with probably about a foot. Grab the tag end of the backing and bring forward to the tube, hanging on to it here with the thumb, index finger, and the next forefinger. Wrap around the tube, making sure that you wrap around the backing and the fly line. Now with your monofilament, or with the backing, excuse me, it's going to want to come unwrapped from the tube. So what I like to do is just use my index finger, make a wrap, hold it down on the tube, reach around, make a wrap, hold it down on the tube. What we want to do is do this 8 times. Each time wrapping around. Now we don't have to put excessive pressure on it. Just wrap it around, make sure that you have the backing and the fly line around. At this point, take the tag end and stick into the tube. What this does is it allows that tag end to come underneath the wraps. This in itself can be a little tricky. But push it into the tube. Now once you get to this point, it's best to change hands. So thumb, index finger, grab the knot, don't let it slip or anything, and pull your tube out. But see this loop right here? Okay, that's slack. So what we want to do is remove that first. Just reach under, grab your backing, and just give it a little pull. See how that's tightening up right there. Don't pull too tight. At this point, remove your tube. And in removing your tube, just slide it off. You can see the tag end that we stuck under the tube. Grab your tag and just give it a nice little pull. You can see this portion right here of the knot is coming tight. Don't over pull. Switch hands again, holding the knot firmly. This is the tag end of your fly line. Give it just a little bit of a pull. Now you'll feel the knot coming tight underneath your fingers. Switch hands again, give this a little tug. At this point you can probably let loose of the knot and you can see how bulky it is. If we want to tighten the right hand side of the knot, we pull the left tag. If we want to pull and tighten the left hand side of the knot, we pull the standing line of our backing. Now you can see how the knot's kind of bulky. You just want to make sure that all the wraps are laying next to each other. If they're not, just grab your thumb and index finger and just gently roll the knot. That'll allow all the pieces to lay down firmly. Again, if we want to pull the left hand side of the knot, we pull the right tag. To tighten the right hand side of the knot, we pull the left tag. When it no longer slips on our fly line, give it a nice little wrap again. What this does is it just levels out the knot so you don't end up with a big old hump in it. Grab the tag end and the standing end of your backing and pull opposingly. The knot comes together nice and tight. One of the benefits that I like about this knot is that the knot gets tighter and tighter, and it will choke off the coating on the outside of the fly line knot, so water won't wick back up into your knot. Once you've accomplished this, secure the knot by pulling the backing and the fly line. Once it's tight, trim off your tag end. Now, when I trim off the tag end, I like to leave tag end of the fly line. I like to cut that off at an angle. Okay, we can cut it straight off like this, but I like cutting it off at a little bit of an angle, because there are times where you will be getting into your backing. This knot goes through the guides of the fly rod exceptionally well. So cut that off at an angle. The tag end of your backing, cut right off at the knot. The nail knot tied with the tube.